What's up, party people? Welcome to episode 7 of Laz Vic Live. I'm Laz Vic. Welcome to a very special episode tonight. My lights aren't working, but it's fine. We keep going. It's a podcast. You won't be able to see the light. But if you see the feed, I look a little tan, which is nice. Ladies and gents, we have a great episode tonight. We're going to talk about Facebook dating. We're going to talk about a stand-up documentary, and we have a very special guest for you tonight. I've been doing comedy with this gentleman for many years. I don't want to say how many years because it's embarrassing. He is a consummate pro. This dude's the real deal, and I can't wait to introduce his comedy to you guys. Please welcome to episode 7, Mario Lucena. What up, Mario Lucena? Welcome to the stream, bro. Thank you for joining us tonight. I had some technical difficulties and you were very patient. Thanks, bro. How you doing?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Pleasure. Doing good. Thanks for asking. You?
Good, man. Here in the house, chilling, talking to you, trying to figure out my lights that are not working.
You look great. You look great.
Thank
anyway.
you, bro. Thank you.
You know it.
What's up, Mario Lucena? What's going on?
Oh, man. A lot of travel, a lot of family stuff. So I'm trying to find a good balance.
You look a little tired, Mario.
Oh, man. In a good way, though. I can't complain, you know.
You have a family now, wife. You have like 5 kids now?
Well, 2 that I know of and 1 on the way.
2? Okay. That's good. All right. Seriously, how's the kids? You have 2 kids.
Yes, 2 of them, and they really look like me, so we don't need more equal.
So you know for sure? You're good?
Yes,
okay.
Absolutely.
Oh, wait. Shit. Stupid light.
We have light.
So, this is episode 7. Monty was on the last episode. You know Monty Mason. He actually mentioned you on the last stream.
Yeah, that's my brother, man.
So we all, work together. We all been doing comedy for many years. When did you start doing stand-up?
Actually, it was in 2001, and it was in October. So
okay.
1 month after 9/11.
So it's coming up. Your anniversary is coming 1 month after 9/11.
1 month after 9/11.
And that was a very sensitive time.
I'm telling you, so it's like I got in at a time where it was everything was kind of stamping my life.
Okay.
You know? So a lot of the stuff that I had kind of dealt with mnemonics, just like ways that it came in that I couldn't forget. So that's something that I've always felt like the kinship with the New York comedy scene, and how things like still kind of found a way to pull together and tie together, you know. It's a beautiful thing. Man.
So your comedy kind of came out of, part of what was going on.
Well, yeah. I mean, my comedy has always come from a place of satire, self-deprecation, things of that nature. Like, the things that make me enduring is the things that make us the same, you know?
Yeah.
So it was hard, man. And it was hard as in hardcore.
Hardcore.
And I really appreciated the scene because even though it was dog eat dog, I still felt like you found, your brothers in battle with, like, you and I, how we gigged,
Yep.
Tri-State area, driving around, and those kind of things. They build, they build shows. You learn how to kind of, you'll throw shows and you'll produce a couple, and then you'll learn that way of the game. And then you kind of just still always go back to your love, which is just the stage time.
The stage. I always go back to the stage, and we've spent many late nights together driving around the middle of New Jersey or New York. It'd be places where there'd be nothing but woods, right?
Yeah. Kind of scary to a Latino,
Did we do the country club together, like in the middle of Jersey? Did you ever do that, one of those country clubs?
Yeah, and those are the take the money and run gigs. You know, that's like,
Yeah.
we fooled them again, Sam. Go now.
It's all fancy, and they have a big steak dinner and a potato.
And that's where the self-deprecation comes in. That's when you can really kind of, by kicking your own ass, really get somebody to say, hey, that can be my guy.
Yeah.
And that's all you really want to do. Just get them loose enough so they can start to kind of, kick it with you a little.
Yeah. So now, comedy's changing a lot, right? So what do you think about the Chappelle special?
To be honest, I haven't been able to see it completely yet.
Okay.
I've caught little bits and pieces, and the girls have been really monopolizing my time. But
I can imagine, dude. Are you getting comedy out of raising your daughters, or is it?
Absolutely. I think if you hear me today, you'll hear that my children were about 2% to 5%. And now they're starting to get into like 30%.
30, 40%. That's awesome.
Oh man, I mean it's material that you cannot not.
You cannot. Yeah. I was thinking I should have a kid just so I can have some material. Is that selfish?
Why else?
I was, and play video games. I mean, there's multiple reasons.
They say you're essentially raising your best friend.
Exactly. That's great.
Win-win, man. So yeah, I mean. I didn't get to watch the whole Chappelle thing, but I was intrigued with the other link that you sent me for the movie that's on that you wanted to discuss later on. I found that equally as sad.
So let's get into that. Let's get into that. So the audience knows. So I was listening to Joe Rogan's podcast, and he casually mentioned this stand-up documentary that I had never heard of. It's called When Stand Up Stood Up, and if you go on YouTube and you just type in When Stand Up Stood Up, it's there, the whole thing. Let's give people a little taste.
Than anywhere and any time in the history of the country, the comedy club business has become a major industry in the United States.
Thousands of comics could play 5 shows a night, 6 nights a week, making 6 figures annually, cash, and I was one of them. My name is Fran Solomita.
Not the most macho name for a guy. I got picked on all my life. Franny Francis, you are a loser. Of course, my brother Barbara really has problems.
After starting with my brother, I went on to do thousands of shows across the country. Been on television countless times.
Fran Solomita from Boston.
So that's who produced the documentary, Fran Solomita, and I just want to give you a little taste there. I don't know how much I'm allowed to play, but it's called When Stand Up Stood Out. It's a documentary about stand-up in the 80s, and especially the Boston comedy scene, and how that it ignited comedy and the whole comedy industry. And it was really cool and a little sad, and there's a lot of emotions going. And this documentary, I was telling Mario that it's like a documentary for comedians. I don't know if the civilians will relate to us, but I think so. I mean, it's a pretty good documentary, right? So, what did you feel? What did you think?
I think we'll find enough comedy connoisseurs these days that will, they'll entertain it enough to be like, oh, thanks for the inside look,
Yeah.
But that is the golden era, man. I mean, the 80s and the early 90s was such a pop kind of time, and a lot of the comedy that happened around that time really inspired me. I emulated some of these guys. I yelled like Sam Kinison when I was in first grade. Stuff like that, to kind of just say, hey, how do we push the envelope? How do we entertain ourselves and others?
Yeah.
So that was always my stick. I always wanted to kind of either recreate or create my own, but I always wanted to evoke some type of emotion out of somebody.
So what is there, like a show that sticks out in your mind, or a night that you had on stage that something happened that affected you, or that sticks out? A memory?
Oh man.
A heckler?
I remember there was a gig that you had given me, because you had double booked yourself, and or even triple, and you weren't able to make it. So you were like, hey, you want to take this one off my hands? It's in Sparta, New Jersey. And I make it to the place, and the mic gives out. I'm supposed to be up there for a half an hour, and the mic gives out, I want to say about 12 minutes in. And I just said, hey, it's no problem. I'm Puerto Rican. We're used to that. When they ate that up, I just took it and went with it, and I yelled the rest of my set. And it was.
That's awesome. And what was the crowd like? How many people were in the crowd?
It was 14.
14. So it was a small crowd. So it was
14 people that were nice, though.
You didn't even need a microphone. I remember those gigs, those 14 people gigs.
All right. So luckily I didn't need the microphone. You're right.
It's just nice and intimate.
Padding the stats on that story. And
I learned to love those shows. You know, at first they were nightmares, right? Like they were so intimidating because if you don't have a big crowd, it's more for me at least, it's more intimidating. A small crowd is more intimidating than a big crowd, because a big crowd,
yeah,
it's like riding a wave. But a small crowd, I mean, you're really working. You know, I mean, you're working on with a big crowd. It's just a different type of work. And I learned, you know who taught me how to work a small crowd was Imagine. One night we had a gig and there was like 14, 15 people. And Imagine, look him up, Imagine Comedian. He went on there and he did a show as if he was doing an HBO special. And they loved it and ate it up. And it was a show. And it taught me, no matter how many people are out there, it's possible to give them a show. So I learned to love that, and I learned to love being put in the first spot, because I would constantly be put in the first spot, and that's a hard spot to be in when you're number one. You know, the host goes up and you're number one, right? So and people are still, you know, getting their food and talking to each other. Right. No one has just started drinking yet, and everybody's waiting for their orders or getting their orders. And so
it's the highest probability of, if the host has a bad start, that he just brings you right up and introducing.
Yeah,
and it's like, okay,
yeah,
all right,
yeah. And I love the hosts that are like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna do 10 minutes up front and bring you up, and then they go up and they do 1 minute. They go, okay, they just bring you right up. Like they do 1 minute because the crowd, they can feel it. It's like they're on the floor,
right?
And there's
so
like
I'm on stage with Cottonmouth.
Yeah, it's just But I learned to love that first spot.
Oh yeah, I mean, I always tell anybody who asks me for advice, anybody who's starting out, I always say the same thing. Do you love it? Because it's the best and the worst feeling in the world. It
totally is, and sometimes I feel like I'm starting out again. Like I'm just starting out. Like I'm in a constant state of starting out. You know what I mean?
Do you ever feel like that's vibrant, or you ever feel that like that could be stagnant?
Both, because it's both at the same time. Because I feel stagnant, but it's invigorating that I'll be able to do something new, right? So, you have to push yourself to do new, and that's something I haven't done, is push myself to do new, right? I need to push and keep pushing to do new all the time.
Right.
And with that said, I want to plug my show, ladies and gents. Thursday, September 19th, 9:30 p.m. I'll be at The Stand, live from 16th Street in New York City. Come on out. There's still a few tickets left. It's next Thursday, September 19th, 9:30 p.m. Heavy hitters of comedy. This show, I'm very excited. I'm very excited to be on this show. So check it out. Go to lazvic.com for tickets, and you can purchase tickets directly from lazvic.com. So, Mario, have you heard Facebook now is they've just come out with their own dating? See, you're married. You don't have to deal with this anymore.
Right. So I don't know any of this.
You don't. So Facebook just came up with their own dating app or dating section of their website. They're throwing their hat in the ring with all the other sites, and I think they can still hear you. If I put this on the screen, it's official. Facebook dating is here. This is just weird, because I feel like Facebook has all your info already. And look at these two hipsters on the, you can't see Mary, but there's two hipsters on the official Facebook dating logo, I guess. You know, they have an advertisement for Facebook dating, and there's these two lovely looking hipsters. I'm way too old for this app. Obviously, this is not geared towards me.
How hip are they?
One is wearing a Scully and a jean jacket, so I don't know if it's cold or it's just beginning to be fall. And he's got the jeans they're rolled up 2 times. And she is very trendy dressed, leaning on him. Obviously, they're already dating. And this is right here. Facebook dating makes it easier to find love. Yeah, right. But I feel like this is just another example of intrusion. Every day, they're throwing this Facebook dating at me. They're like, Are you sure you want to sign up for Facebook dating? It's right here. All your info's already here. It's already here.
Right.
So all you do is just hit one button, boom, you're dating. So I thought that was...
So everything is supposed to just kind of like merge?
Yeah, and it merges with your Instagram too. So if somebody wants to sleep with you on Instagram, they can hit Secret Crush, and then boom, if you hit Secret Crush too. And so guys are just going to hit everybody as their Secret Crush. Automatically. And so that's how that's going to work.
And then that cross, I don't know. I don't know if that's it. Isn't it something a system that already existed? I mean, you go to Facebook too, kind of either. I mean, a lot of it could be family stuff, but I mean, the social media, regardless if it's the gram or if it's on Facebook, people will still creep on you anyway. And then if you're gonna allow the creep in, that's the dating, and then
like,
from there.
I'm so unfamiliar with all this shit that you say the gram, and I just got hip to that means Instagram. Like that's how I'm not even near that world. The gram. I didn't know. I thought you were talking about drugs.
Well, I just have one, right? I just have one question for you then. You sure you don't want to join the Facebook dating app?
No, I might actually join the... I'm just kidding.
Turn you into a hipster.
I don't know. I just thought it was interesting. I don't know if that's even stream worthy, but...
It's just craziness because it just seems like reiteration of a system that already existed. And then what do you do? Like once you're dating the person, now do you still get pissy at one another for not liking each other's pictures or liking others' pictures? Is that made more
or is it like
available now?
As if you sign up to Facebook dating, does it give you like a special feed where it says you are now dating, and then you can like your first date?
Features?
If
you
can post.
There's already a feature that connects me and my girl.
What's that?
It's called I'm in a relationship.
Yeah, but on Facebook it'll say amazing. Jenny and you just had sex. You can log it in.
Well, there you go. It depends how much you want to share.
They just broke up. I don't know.
Oh my God. Yeah, exactly.
I don't know, dude.
It was Jen's turn to walk the dog.
Yeah, so I think I think that it's just gonna get worse and worse.
I like it only if like it helps men, because we always have to say that women are right and we're wrong. So if this can kind of count demerits for females and we can redeem them, I'm in.
Yeah, you're in. All right. Credit system. That's a good idea. All right. With that said, ladies and gents, September 19th, Thursday, 9:30, The Stand, live from 16th Street. I'll be with the $20 chef, if you can believe it. Come on out. Ticket link, lazvic.com. Come on out. All right, Mario. Damn, this is a good convo. I mean, if there anything you want to add, any advice you'd give to young comedians out there that are just starting out?
You gotta love it, because you're gonna get up there and you're gonna eat it, and then you're gonna say, you know what, I want to do it again, and you're gonna go up there with the same energy, same set verbatim, and you're gonna crush. So stay the course. When you find a good friend, teams win championships. You hold on to them, and then from there you keep trying to push each other, and it'll happen if you want it long enough and more enough. I mean, that's the winner is the person who believed the most.
Yeah, I agree with that. Stay the course. That's a good advice.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Anything you want to plug? Any shows coming up?
Oh yeah, sure. I'm gonna actually be performing for. I'll be working for Joe Losner out there in Secaucus, of course, and we will be there. It will be. I think it's September 20th. And
Cool.
We'll also be doing another show on the 26th of October, the 20th of September. I'm not sure.
Well, you know what? When you are sure, send me that info. I'm going to post it down in the description below. If you're on YouTube, go on YouTube, Laz Vic Live below. You're going to see Mario Lucena's show info right down there. And also you'll see my website with ticket links to my shows. Mario, I just want to thank you, man, for being on the stream tonight. I know you got kids and a wife that's probably staring at you right now going, you know, you got to get off right now. So I appreciate it, man.
Yo, hey, man, anytime, man. I really appreciate it.
We'll do this again.
Thanks so much for having me on.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it, bro. Thank you. That was Mario Lucena, comic Mario Lucena, awesome comedian. Check out his social media. I'm going to post it all below in the description. Check him out, and thank you for joining us. If you made it all the way to the end, I want to say thank you. Please subscribe. Please like if you want to see more content like this, and I'll see you on the other side.